Hello. How is everyone doing? I decided I'm gonna do a little coffee and me session. It's been a while since I've done one of my wellness chats, and I thought it would be kind of nice to, do something. So, hey guys, I see a bunch of you joining in. I thought, we've got a new month starting. It'll be nice to maybe do a card reading, see what's coming up this month, and just talk about some stuff. I'm back in Delhi. I was in Goa for the past 4 months. I'm back in Delhi. It's really good to be back home. um, I I wanted to talk about a very interesting topic today before I go into the card readings. Hey guys, I can see all your messages. Thanks for joining in. So, one of the things that I have come to the realization in the last couple of months, few weeks, you know, is that these are things that I already knew, but these are things that I've kind of been rethinking about, right? The universe tries to make you pay attention to things that you've been ignoring. And for me, uh, it's like I realized that there's a lot of work that I kind of need to do on myself. And one of them, was also kind of trusting and believing in my gifts, in my abilities. So, for those of you that don't know, about 5, 6 years ago, I went through, I guess you could call it a transformation. I don't know what the right word is. Hey, Nush. And I started being more aware of energies and how things really work out. And I started learning more about it. And I basically then started learning about EFT and NLP and became a life coach and a healer and oracle cards and all that fun stuff. But it was all done because I needed something for myself. I needed something to heal myself. I know there's some people asking me about music in the chat. Today's chat is not about music, it's about wellness. Sorry, guys. But for what I realized was that I've done so much work on myself, and I figured that, once you've done so much work, you're done, you're over. But the truth is, the work never stops. And last 2 weeks, 2 months actually, mainly mid Jan to now, I got so triggered in a situation. And a lot of times, things were not actually happening that I thought were happening. And towards the end, things started happening, which was basically my worst fears, started coming out. And I feel like we don't really realize how much what a big role we play in manifesting things around us. So a lot of times you get triggered when you're in a situation because there's issues coming up from your past. Now, this is something that most therapists would tell you. Hey Jyoti, this is something that most therapists would tell you, is that anything that is wrong with us right now, any kind of insecurities, fears, lack of self-belief, lack of love, being able to not be successful, whatever it is that's going on, a lot of it has to do with our childhood. And I read this really interesting post the other day where someone's like, "Oh, look at kids; they're so cute and cuddly. How could you not want to have kids?" And somebody replied back saying, having kids is not just about being cute and cuddly. You're molding them to be the kind of person they need to be. And a lot of our parents, tried their best, of course, but not everybody knows, how to be the perfect parent. In fact, there is no such thing. And most of us have had issues from childhood, but I don't want to blame anyone's parents or anything like that, but there are situations that come up that we haven't healed. And because our society doesn't teach us how to deal with these things, right? We have such stereotypical views, and therapy is not very normal in India, and we don't really talk to our parents. Our parents don't really talk to us. Hey mom, my mom just joined in. Sorry mom, but at the end of the day, it's like nobody teaches us how to kind of be the perfect parent or be the perfect child or be, or how to even talk about situations that happen when you're younger. And I feel like those kind of things, they stay with us. And because we don't really talk about healing and wellness, these issues stay with us for the rest of our lives, and they kind of get manifested in different ways, in different relationships, in job opportunities. So, for example, I'm going to give you a very random example. Say when you were younger, you were not understood. People didn't kind of understand the kind of person you were, and you always felt like you didn't measure up to their expectations, right? Anybody, your family, your friends, whatever. And that basically comes down to what? Lack of self-love, lack of self-worth, thinking you're not good enough, thinking you can't compare yourself to other people, thinking you can't measure up to what they expect you to be, right? And because we don't know how to deal with it, because we don't know how to heal that wound that has been created in childhood, that feeling stays with us. And that feeling gets reinforced by the world around us. The world around us is a mirror, and this is something I keep forgetting myself, so I am as bad, all right? But what we feel deep inside, what we truly believe, is what is reflected back to us. And if you truly believe deep down that you're not good enough, but you put on this facade of being so confident and so cool or whatever, but deep down your feeling is that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I can never measure up, that gets reflected back in the kind of work you get, the kind of jobs you attract. Maybe you don't get the kind of job you wanted, maybe you don't get the kind of salary you wanted or the promotion you wanted. It gets reflected back by your lovers and partnerships, people that you are in a relationship with, where it may not be the same situation, but things will come up where the root cause will make you feel like you're not good enough. The root cause will be like, I cannot measure up, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, this is not going to work out, whatever the case may be. And that makes you doubt yourself, that makes you feel like you'll never measure up to what it is, and and it's a cycle. And I've done so much work on my own self-love, but I realized that I was still getting triggered. I was getting triggered so much because there were times when I felt there was something wrong with me, like somebody was rejecting me. And I was like, why is someone rejecting me? What did I do? But I didn't do anything, and nobody was rejecting me. It was my own insecurity, my own lack of self-love, because there was a part of me that believed that I didn't truly deserve that happily ever after, right? Because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Like I don't deserve this kind of love. I don't deserve happiness. And what happens when you keep thinking that? What happens when you're in your head thinking that over and over again? It manifests, right? Because you're putting it out there. If I was thinking I am worthy of love, I deserve this, and not just thinking, but truly believing, because thinking is just a facade, right? Your energy has to say the same thing. Then if you don't face that, if you don't deal with it, if you don't understand why it's happening, and remind yourself every day to change that programming, then you are going to manifest. You are going to attract people who are going to do that. In fact, even people that you never expected to do certain things will behave a certain way because you internally were kind of pulling that energy out of them. Because you were like, I'm not good enough, deep down. So my talk today, and before I get into the cards to see what's happening for March, is to basically kind of ask you guys to look at your life and look at situations that didn't work out for you, whether it's love, whether it's work, whether it's friendship, whether it's achievements, whatever it is, and ask yourself, what is it that is the root cause or root feeling that happened in all of these situations? Every situation is different. It's not going to be everybody did the identical same thing to you. But the root cause, the root feeling, how it made you feel, ends up being the same. And ask yourself, okay, so say the root feeling is I'm not good enough. I'm just giving an example. Ask yourself, when was the first time that I can recall in my entire life that I felt that way? Like I felt like I wasn't good enough. And you might remember something from childhood, you might remember something from last week, you might remember something from 20 years ago, who knows, right? Ask yourself, when was the first time I felt that way? And that memory that comes up, that's the memory you gotta heal. That's the incident that hasn't been healed. That's the wound that hasn't been healed. And that is something that affects your relationship with your friends, your family. I mean, I have had so many issues in my family circle. And also to realize that you can't change other people. All right? Most of the times we want somebody to love you or to be the way you want them to be to us. And that can never ever happen. You cannot change another person. But what you can do is change what within you is broken, not broken, but you know what I mean, that requires them to behave a certain way, if that makes sense. Am I stalling? I hope I'm not stalling. But what, at the end of it, what you really need to do is work on yourself and heal that wound. And when you start projecting out love, when you start projecting out self-love, when you start projecting that you are worthy, or whatever the wound is, if you start projecting the opposite of that, truly, from your energy, from your heart, from your mind, and it's all in alignment, you will get those people to start behaving the way you want to, right? In a way you are controlling, but you're not, because you've raised your vibration to attract that energy, right? So if you want someone to do something and things are not happening the way, hey Navendu, and you don't want things, and things are not happening the way you want them to, what you need to do is work on what's within you that's blocking this situation. And when you start working on that and figuring out where you need healing and where you need to fix things, and remind yourself consciously every day that that wound needs to be healed and needs to be released and all of that, situations, people, jobs, money, all of that will come to you, right? So that was my rant of the day. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of a card reading to see what's in store for the month of March. And I would also advise everybody, the energies are very strong. It was full moon yesterday, and there's a lot of planetary movement happening. I don't really know much about it, but I can feel the energies. And a lot of us are getting triggered. A lot of us are going through things which we never thought we would. And they're all here to teach us a lesson. And rather than let it get you triggered, it's good to be a bit more gentle with yourself and to figure out what's the lesson here and what I need to release. So just keep it. And so another thing to do would be to keep a gratitude journal. This is something that I kind of stopped doing, but I restarted. It's a little diary you keep by your bed, and maybe in the morning or at night, write down things you're grateful for. And be like, I'm so thankful I have so and so. I'm so grateful I can do this. And then slowly start writing down things that you want to manifest as if they've happened. So I'm so grateful that I have money in my life. I'm so grateful I have the best job that pays me XYZ amount, whatever it is. Act as if. So, but it's not about acting. You're not pretending. You have to truly feel that what it is that you're grateful for is there. So you should start with things that you already are grateful for, if that makes sense, right? So let's see, dear universe, what's the overall energy for the month of March for everyone watching? What's going on? Oops, all right, we got a couple of cards, not flowers. We've got the three earthy sisters, the three witchy sisters. What am I saying? Three witchy sisters, the power of three. And then we've got the carnivorous flower fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. Wow. Okay, the first thing I'm getting from these two cards, and I'm going to pick a bunch of different cards. So these are general. Take what resonates. And if you want to book a private reading, you can inbox me. I'll give you the details. Or you can go to naturalvibrations.in, or just go to the link in my bio. It's got everything. But the first two cards that have come up, basically tell me the power of three is like what you do, you get the result of that three times back, right? That's the thing. Like if you're mean to somebody, you get it back three times, or and then we've got a tempting offer has a high price. I mean, I'm getting that there might be an offer or a situation for some of you in the month of March, and the energies are fluid, right? They could have happened already, it could happen in April, but where there is an offer, there is a situation that comes your way that you feel may or may not, may be good for you, may not be good for you. So let's get some more clarity on this. Yeah. All right. So there is something that's coming to your way in the month of March. And the universe is saying you have to ask yourself, is this offer worth it? Okay. Is this offer something that's going to get you the best possible result in the long run? If you do something bad to somebody, you're going to face the consequences, right? If you do something that's not going to work out, the power of three is saying it's going to come back to you and haunt you really badly. And if it's something good, is saying, ask yourself, is this something that would benefit me three times, in the future? Now, for some of you, if this situation has happened already where maybe there was an offer that you thought that you took, and the reason I'm thinking it's not a good offer is, I don't know if you can see the card, but it doesn't seem like it's a happy situation, right? The carnivorous flower fairy. This is like, it was a tempting offer, but the price was too high. So I feel like there's some of you facing consequences of certain decisions that you might have made in February. And that's not making you feel very good. But the universe is saying that do not worry. You're going through a transition, all right? One cycle of your life is ending. So right now the energies are really, really powerful, and whatever is happening so that we can learn lessons. And the universe is saying that do not worry. Whatever has happened is happened to teach you stuff, right? As always. And you have nothing to worry because this is a transition phase. You're going through transformations. So what can you do at this time? Count your blessings. Gratitude journal, right? Focus on the good stuff that you've done. Focus on the blessings you have in your life. So in the month of March, if there are certain things which are coming up from the past, maybe certain situations that you thought was going to work out, but it doesn't. Maybe you're just in general in a very low place because the energies are very strong and people are getting triggered like there's no tomorrow. And if that's the case, the universe is saying that, look, just focus on the positive. Focus on the good that you have done in your life. Focus on the good that you have in your life. Because this energy is not going to last forever. It's a transition and you kind of need to get out of it. All right? And you can get out of it by being grateful and by focusing on the things that you have in your life, which you have to be grateful for. Yeah. We've got strategy, a woman holding heart, and we've got cornucopia. So yeah, what this is telling me is that right now might be a time for you to plan. Figure out, strategize. What is it that truly makes you happy? I feel like maybe the offer that you guys were considering earlier was not that was making you happy. All right, that's why the price was very high. Sometimes we do things because society expects us to do it. We do things because we think it's the safer path. We do it because you feel like that's the right thing, but the price that you pay for it is much higher because it wasn't the right path for you. So the universe is saying, rather than mulling and crying and feeling shit about it, focus on the good you have. Realize that this can change. You're going through a transition. And ask yourself, strategize. And ask yourself, what truly fills my heart up with joy? All right? The cornucopia card is all about abundance. And the universe is saying that if you're focusing on your true happiness, if you focus on what truly makes you happy, what will fill your heart, then the universe can help you deliver that. But you have to ask yourself first, what makes you happy? Now, this is going back to the earlier topic. The outside world is a reflection. If you guys haven't read Neville Goddard, there's some Facebook groups about it, and they're amazing. He talks about how to manifest things and how certain tools and stuff. But it's about, again, if you think the world is not a good place, if you are chasing things which don't truly make you happy, the energy that you're giving out is a mixed energy. And you're going to get more of the situation that doesn't truly make you happy. Now, why do we chase things that don't make us happy? Because of our past programming. Maybe because we've been conditioned to think that certain things are good for you. For example, random example. If you're an Indian household, you should pursue this kind of a career. You must get married at a certain age. Yada, 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 right? That's crap that's been drilled into us. But that's not the truth, right? That's not the truth. You can do whatever that makes you happy, right? And at the same time, it's also fear and past wounds that hold us back from truly opening ourselves up to the possibility. So I'm going to now pick cards for love, and then we'll do some cards for work and money, and then we'll do an overall thing. So this was just a general. So let's look at love for everyone. Of course, these are general. Take what resonates. Love messages for the month of March. It is safe for you to love. Okay, so I was getting with the woman with the heart, I was getting a bit of the love stuff. I feel like for some of you, you're so afraid to open up your heart. You're so afraid to allow love into your heart. And trust me, I can relate, right? I've been single for 5 years. 5 years. And I've been single for 5 years because my last breakup was so traumatic that I just couldn't move forward, right? It is safe for you to love. And this is the first message that the universe wants all of you. And I'm going to try to save this video and upload it so you guys can watch it later. Hopefully it'll let me do that. You don't need to worry. If something has not happened in the past, does not mean that it's going to continue to happen that way. You have to be open to allow love into our lives. If you don't open yourself to love, love will never come. If you don't believe you can get a happily ever after, if you don't believe you're worthy of true love, oh wow, look at that, soulmate. If you don't believe that you're worthy of true love, then how are you going to get it? You're projecting it out. If you think everyone's going to disappoint you, if you think everyone's going to fuck you over, then that's what's going to happen. Attraction. And so it's up to you. Do you want to be happy, or do you want to be miserable thinking the whole world's out there to get you? Getting to know each other and calling in your soulmate. Beautiful. So what I'm getting is, first and foremost, it is safe for you to love. Secondly, the universe is saying that some of you have been really hoping and praying to find love in your life. So even though you may be afraid to open up your heart, doesn't mean you don't want that happy ever after, right? You've been hoping to find somebody that makes you happy. And if you have, or you're still hoping for, or you have met somebody, it's saying your prayers, visualizations, and affirmations help you help you bring you together. So again, focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want. If you want love in your life, visualize yourself, not with a particular person, but visualize yourself as if it's already happened. Don't visualize how it's happening. Because, you can never know that, right? But what would signify that you have true love in your life? Maybe you sitting, chatting with your friend, and you have like a wedding ring, on your hand, and you're just like twirling that and just talking about your day, right? That would signify that you are married. Or if you are talking about your honeymoon with your friend, that will signify you're happily married, and talk about how amazing it is, right? I'm just giving you examples. Visualize a situation or a scene in your head and feel it for real as if it's already happened. Second thing is that remind yourself every time the negative thoughts come up, where you get afraid of love, where you get afraid of opening up your heart, where you start getting triggered, where you start thinking that love is not going to happen, that this person's going to screw me over, yada, yada, yada. Use affirmations. Use positive reinforcement. Remind yourself that you are worthy of love and you will get true love. Now, I have gotten attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So, this is for those of you that are single, is saying also that love life. You want love in your life, you gotta love life. You gotta love. You gotta love yourself. You gotta enjoy yourself. Sitting at home, feeling sorry for yourself, being in a dark room, over drinking, over medicating, over drugging, whatever the hell we do to numb our feelings, that's not gonna help. Go out, have a good time, live life, enjoy the things that make you you. And that's when love finds you. I have never gone out to find love, all right? That never happens. You always end up finding somebody or meeting somebody when you least expect it. When you're just living life and being yourself, and then bam, something happens, right? So that's what it's telling you. Don't focus so much on when it's gonna happen, how is it gonna happen, yada yada. And trust me, we're all guilty of it, all right? I am no saint at all. But that's that. Now, for some of you, haha, there is love coming out in March. We've got soulmate and getting to know each other. So for some of you, you have met somebody that feels like a soulmate, that feels like a connection from the divine. Like the last few years, because of the way my psychic abilities have grown and stuff, I can feel people's energies, and I know when someone's a soulmate. Like I can just feel it. And then of course I have my doubts and I need validation and all that bullshit, but you know, when you meet somebody and you're just like, oh my God. And the soulmate doesn't just have to be, I mean, right now we're talking about love, but when I talk about soulmates, your best friend is your soulmate. My dog's my soulmate. Their soulmate comes in different forms. But there is a soulmate in your life, or you might meet a soulmate in the month of March. And what's going to end up happening is you guys are going to talk to each other, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, going back to it is safe for you to love. Don't be afraid of showing this person the real you. Don't be afraid of opening yourself up to a possibility of love. Now for others, I mean, these are general, so not everyone's gonna meet a soulmate. Some of you are in a committed relationship already. And if you are, this is saying that, again, quiet the mind and allow love to blossom into the next level, right? We still have doubts even when we're with somebody, right? So don't let that happen. And for others, live life, because be happy, use affirmations, be positive about it, and know and open up your heart to allow love. And if you do meet somebody, this person could be very, very important to you. And you need to allow yourself to look, what's the worst that'll happen? You'll get hurt. And I know it sucks, right? Worst case scenario. But would you rather live your life not experiencing the joys? You know, you have the highs and you have the lows, and that's the whole point of life, right? It's like you can lock yourself up in the room and not interact with anybody ever again. What's the point, right? It's a waste of life. So allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to let people see the real you, because you'll be surprised. You know, this person, if it's your soulmate, they will love you for who you are. Good, bad, ugly. Trust me, all right? Yep, this relationship that's coming, if there is a relationship coming for you, or if you are in a current relationship, it is guided by the universe. It's guided by faith, okay? It's guided by the universe. And, okay, for some of you, it could be somebody from the past coming back, because it's unfinished symphony. It could also be a past life connection. This is divinely guided. So if there's somebody that's come into your life, or there's somebody on your mind that you're thinking of right now when I talk about this, and you're like, I didn't give this a proper chance because I was too afraid, because that's what's coming up, then the universe is saying that this person is brought into your life for a reason. This person has been brought into your life by them, because they need to be there. And by you being afraid of opening up yourself, opening up your heart, you're driving them away. Because this person, wow, and you can see me, I'm shuffling in front of you, is milk and honey. Milk and honey is a card of abundance, right? It's about doodh aur malai mein naha rahe hain kind of vibe, right? My Hindi is shitty, but You get what I'm saying, right? You're basking in the love. You are. Look at this elephant. Okay, the little elephant is like so happy, and it's like the end of the rainbow, the pot of gold, and this person will make you so happy. And I hope and pray that all of you find this person, whoever it is. And maybe it doesn't happen in March or whenever, but it could, all right? It could very much happen. So there's also two cards that have come up about love, which is a change in the winds, which is all about things going the other way, and no place like home. Now, for some of you, this is somebody from the past or somebody that you've had a falling out with, because a change of the wind, like something was going one way and then it kind of changed. But this person feels like you belong with them, like you feel at home with them, you feel very comfortable with them when you're together. You feel like an old married couple, you know what I mean? Like you feel very like you found your tribe, like it feels like you're coming home. For others who you are currently in a relationship with, I feel like again your home life is gonna be much stable. It's you might feel like there are that things have not gone according to plan that you've been hoping for. We did have Mercury retrograde, and now we're slowly getting out of it, thank God. During Mercury retrograde was throughout Feb, and Mercury retrograde messes with your communication, besides electronics, which my studio caught fire, like trust me, it happens. But also communication. And I know for a fact, I can vouch for this, that Feb was bad because I've had such shitty communication and such trouble communication with people. There's lots of misunderstandings and stuff that happens during Mercury retrograde. And I feel like for some of you in love, that might be the case, but that's changing. All right, so that's good news. That's changing. So now let's look at work. Let's see work and career, what's in store for you guys the month of March. Okay, there is personal growth. That's good. Physical activity, both of them are purple, so nice. Leadership, excellent. Creativity, look at the kind of card, look at the cards coming out. I mean, this is what you want to see in a work reading, right? Moderation. Okay, so I feel in the month of March, there's going to be big growth for you guys. For those of you that are hoping to pursue a different career, get a new job, move higher up in your career, there's going to be a lot of growth. And I feel this growth is not just monetary. This is a personal growth. Is when we realize a lot of times we don't. Okay, how do I put this? A lot of people work to make money. Right? All of us work to make money, actually. But few of us do what we love that satisfies our soul, and we make money, right? So I feel in the month of March, a lot of you will have this personal growth where through work, you will realize how much you need to kind of, the lessons you have to learn, let's put it that way. Physical activity. So if there's some stuff that's been stalled, I know a lot of people, because of COVID and lockdown, things have been a bit tough for a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of physical activity in March. Maybe you're moving around, maybe jobs picking up, maybe your work's picking up, maybe you're getting interviews, whatever the case may be. Now is the time for you guys to be leaders. All right? Now is not the time for you to sit back and be like, acha, things are going to come to me. Nothing's coming to you. You got to be a leader. You got to go out there and figure out what it is that you want and manifest it. All right? Same with creativity. This is the time for you to create something. So your creativity in the month of March will be very heightened. So for all you artists out there, all you people who are in the creative field, you might feel like you're on fire. You might want to, you'll be like creating and doing things. For others, it could also be you can manifest. We always co-create our world, right? We co-create our universe. So create the life that you want. Be the leader. Ask yourself, what is my perfect job? What is the kind of career path I want to be? How much money would I like to make in the next 1 year, 5 years, whatever? And put it out there in the universe. And truly believe that you deserve it. Going back to the self-love thing in the morning, that in the beginning that I discussed. If you don't think you're worthy, if you don't truly think you're worthy of everything, of abundance, you're not going to get the salary you deserve. Remember that, right? Or the money you deserve. But at the same time, it's telling you moderation. So don't overdo it also. I feel like we get very gung ho. There's going to be a lot of activity happening in the month of March, but it's also saying that take it easy sometimes. Don't overdo it, okay? Because if you overdo it, you get burnt out. So take time to rest. I'm gonna pick one card for money and for career from the Magic. Alrighty, there you go. Tree of Life. True wisdom and making good choices in life. Perfect. So what this card is saying is when it comes to your work life and your money, in the month in the month of March, you're going to be making sound decisions. It's time for you to go tap into yourself, into your inner wisdom, and be the leader. Go after what it is that you truly want. So you have to first ask yourself, what is it that I want in life? Where do I want to be in my work, in my career, in my money making endeavors? Do I feel I deserve it? Is there a part of me that it feels like I don't deserve it? You know what I mean? And why is there, and then work on that, healing that situation. And when you do, put it out there in the universe. I don't care if you believe in universe. I don't care if you believe in God. I don't care what you believe in. If you believe in Yoda, if you believe in the Jedi, you have the Force. The Force is always with you. All right? It is all energy. That is science. And you can manifest and attract whatever it is that you want. But if it's for your highest good. All right? There's another point to that you should always remember that if something is not working out for you, maybe the timing is not right. Maybe there's a block within you that you need to work on, huh? And lastly, actually no, this is coffee. And lastly, maybe there's something better, right? Like I have never like certain things that I've always wanted to kind of make happen in my work life, and I managed to do that, touch wood. And then there are those that I never expected would happen because it was better than my expectations, right? So you have to truly believe that you're worthy. I'm going to pick one card as an overall advice from the Moonology deck, and then I'm going to do a Dear You card, and then we'll wrap it up. Time for healing. Yep, I feel March is going to be a very, very healing month for everyone. So if you're going through some stuff in any aspect of your life, don't worry. March is going to be a good month for you. I see healing. I see if you feel like you've made some mistakes, you're definitely going to, the universe is saying focus on the positive, focus on the good stuff, focus on your heart's desire. In love, you might be getting love in your life, but be open to it. Don't, show them the real you. Don't wear a mask. You don't need to. All right. And with career, let your creativity shine. Be that leader, because that's going to help you evolve. And there could be lots of activity in the month of March. So let's get one postcard from the universe for March for all my viewers. And okay, that's too many, universe. Just one, please. Come on. Come on. Okay. Again, 3, but I'm just going to take one. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, wow, all right. Even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected, so better things can replace what would have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to the source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever, the universe. Wow. All right. So, like I said, I feel for some of you, right in the beginning, what was the overall message? That there was a price that you paid that might have been too high. But don't worry. All right. The universe has got your back, and everything is going to work itself out. And I feel March is going to be a big month for everyone. All right, guys. I wish you all the best. Take care. I'm going to try to see if I can repost this. And yeah, take care. See ya. How do I go off? How do I stop going off? Oh, I know now.